afternoon, and thanks for having us today. This midday, Beadle County authorities have released new information about last week's homicide in Huron. The Beadle County State's Attorney Michael Moore says a 15-year-old is accused of first-degree murder in last week's homicide of 41-year-old Nicole Nikki Klisch. Authorities did not release the name of the alleged suspect, whose case is in juvenile court. Reports say Klisch was fatally shot the morning of May 9th in Huron. The suspect is in the Beadle County Juvenile Detention Center. A status hearing in the case will be held in early June on June 4th. A crash on the southern edge of Sioux Falls backed up traffic on Interstate 29 south of the city. Several fire trucks, troopers, and at least one ambulance responded. A large truck is tipped on its side in northbound lanes. It looks like drivers were being diverted onto Interstate 229 as authorities investigate and clean up the scene. We've reached out to the Department of Public Safety, and we'll let you know as soon as we get any additional information. That's not the only crash under investigation this midday. A spokesman with the Sioux Falls Police Department tells us they're looking into a crash at 69th in Minnesota. He says it appears to have involved a highway patrol car. We're working to gather additional information. Watch for updates here and on KELOLAND.com. In weather, we still have that haze up there, Scott, and maybe some chances for rain tonight, maybe tomorrow too. Yeah, we're watching that for eastern KELOLAND. That, of course, will happen a little sooner in the western South Dakota, where we already have a couple of showers and isolated thunder showers going into the early part of the afternoon. And this will continue to move west to east across the area as we go through the day and into tonight. You can see KELOLAND Live Doppler HD with a batch of rain to north central South Dakota. One moved through Mobridge, and you see how it is down to the southwest near Eagle Butte. This continues to move to the east and to the northeast. As we change our view across western South Dakota, you see some showers, thunder showers in and around Rapid City into the northern hills of western KELOLAND. Currently 60 degrees in Rapid City, but it's 70 in Pierre, 73 in Winter, 71 Chamberlain, Mitchell, and Huron, 72 degrees right now in Aberdeen, and 70 in Sioux Falls. Winds are light, 5 to 15 miles per hour, but keep in mind if you do get one of those showers or thunderstorms overhead, you could have some gusty winds this afternoon and heading into this evening. In the meantime, today, expect temperatures in the 70s for highs. High of 77 in Pierre, 76 Huron and Mitchell, 74 in Sioux Falls. And look at the cooler air across western South Dakota. Rapid City into the middle 60s today, as the rain and the clouds will keep them relatively cool. And there is that marginal risk for severe weather. I think some of those winds may become a little gusty with some of those stronger storms that do develop, and you see that chances from southwestern South Dakota in the central and south central KELOLAND. So we'll continue to monitor some of those stronger storms as we do make our way into the later part of the afternoon and into this evening. For tonight, temperatures will fall to the 40s and 50s. We'll watch that rain eventually move into eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. And then for tomorrow, scattered showers, thunderstorms across the east. Temperatures will reach the 60s and 70s for afternoon highs. I'll have more details on your KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up. Thank you, Scott. There's a new pop of color at multiple parks in Sioux Falls. Parks and Recreation is hosting its annual flower planting day with about 40 city employees spending a portion of their day planting some 13,000 flowers at McKinnon and Tut Hill parks.
It's a great chance to connect, enjoy each other's company, spend time away from the office if you would, and make our parks beautiful.
Another 12,000 flowers will be added throughout the season, including later this week in downtown Sioux Falls. We're going to hear from a city employee who volunteered to get their hands dirty later tonight. Additional dramatic testimony is expected today from the prosecution's star witness at former President Donald Trump's so-called hush money trial in New York. Michael George has this story.
Michael Cohen is back on the stand at former President Donald Trump's criminal trial. Trump's former personal lawyer and fixer will face cross-examination from defense lawyers who are certain to attack his credibility. Cohen has admitted to lying under oath and has served jail time on charges related to hush money payments.
You had a very mild-mannered, cooperative, yes ma'am, no ma'am type of witness, which is not the person that he is. Right. So we're going to see who he becomes on cross.
Cohen testified for over 5 hours Monday, describing what prosecutors say were efforts to cover up alleged sexual encounters by paying off the women involved. He told the court Trump knew about the $130,000 payment he made to Stormy Daniels and directed Cohen to make it to keep her quiet before the 2016 election, telling him to just take care of it. Trump denies all of it.
There was no crime. Everybody's saying there's no crime.
Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 charges that he falsified business records to disguise the reimbursements to Cohen, which were listed as legal fees. House Speaker Mike Johnson is among the high-profile GOP lawmakers attending the trial today.
The president's actions in this matter were previously reviewed and no charges were filed. Why is that? Because there's no crime here.
With Trump under a gag order, leading Republicans have been making appearances, showing their loyalty to the presumptive GOP presidential nominee.
Mr. Trump, will you testify?
Trump is the first former U.S. president to face a criminal trial. Michael George, CBS News, New York.